Hello, how's it going? David Taub here again, and I wanted to give you some more suggestions on some songs to use as vehicles that you should be able to play, or with a little practice be able to play, and you should be up to this level in your guitar journey. As you know, as you go along, we have practice regimens, and every now and then I'll recommend some songs to use as vehicles, okay? And I wanted to give you a bunch more. Now you should, by this point, be really proficient at your eighth note strum patterns, and also have that F chord pretty much down. And these songs, I'm going to give you a bunch that have use of that F chord, alright? So even if you don't have the F chord totally solid yet, push yourself. Like I always say, push yourself to the next level and try to do these more complex songs as you go along. Always certainly have fun with the easy ones, but push yourself. Alright, and it'll make the harder songs then, man, if you can master those, it makes the easy songs like butter. Okay? Alright, so, and remember, we also have DVD song lessons for sale on our website, on the main page. And if you go there, you'll see them all. And those are, many of them are like 2-hour DVDs where you get the song lessons and the complete song. We take you through the whole thing. And the thing is, for our site members, we offer big discounts because membership has its privileges. We want to take care of the people that subscribe to our site and our members. So you'll always be paid less for any of our materials if you're a site member. So we offer some really smoking hot deals if you're a site member on those. So if you want to buy ours, that's great. Or if you want to go and find these songs, somewhere else, that's great too. But don't get too caught up, like I always say, in learning songs. Remember, you're using the songs as practice vehicles, okay? And remember too, man, always give yourself some fun time on the guitar. I mean, I know you're keeping your practice regimens and you're working real diligently, and at this point in your guitar journey, you're playing some songs and having fun. And you want to keep learning, but it's nice sometimes just to pick up the guitar and maybe not learn, not study anything, but just play a few songs and just have fun, and I think that's important. Just give yourself some, what I call, just fun time on the guitar. It's such a wonderful instrument. Okay, so a good song that I think you could try now would be a song like Hurt by the Johnny Cash version. Now that has the F chord in it, okay? But he's arpeggiating the notes and it's slow. All right, and it has some other open chords in it, which you have already, but the F in there is going to provide the practice with that F chord. So actually, it's a very cool song. He took a Trent Reznor, a Nine Inch Nails song, and he really made it his own. And that's what, he got creative with it, and it sounds like very Johnny Cash. So when you're practicing these songs, like I always say, after you get the basis down, put your own spin on them and make them your own. Why not, right? There's no rules here. Another good one you could try, if you want to try a little different strum, would be like A Horse with No Name. Now that's only a couple of chords, an E minor, and it's using a little different strum, but it's very easy change, and it will get you strumming in different patterns. So A Horse with No Name, that would be a nice one to try. Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day, that would be one for you. Especially the verses goes through just 4 chords, back and forth. Very easy. Sheryl Crow, If It Makes You Happy, that's a cool song. Now that adds a suspended chord, or an add chord, like a G add, a G suspended fourth, or a G add 4. So go to the chord library to learn that chord, and then you'll be able to play that song. Now that's cool because that adds that chord for a melody line, and that will get you used to that. And then the other chords in that song, A minor and C, already, okay? But that's a fun song, slow strum, that you can master. Another good one would be Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffett. Now that has a 7th chord in it, a D7. So if you're not familiar with that chord, go to the chord library, or go to about lesson 73, which you'll probably be at pretty soon, or 76, because I give a full lesson on 7th chords, dominant 7th chords, and you'll learn a D7th and A7. That's probably going to be your next batch of chords that you want to learn, A7, D7, E7, G7. Very, very, they're in so many songs. 7th chords are dominant 7ths. And Margaritaville is a good one too, because in the beginning especially, he's staying on the chords for so long, like 8 measures and 6 measures. So that would be a good one for you to tackle. Let's see. Another good one would be American Pie. That very classic song has all the chords that you probably know already, except for like a 7th chord, maybe a D7th or an A7th. But what he does there is there's lots of chords in them, but he uses almost all the ones you probably know by now, and some of the strums you have to change fast, and we're going to talk about that soon on the website, about fast changes where you're not staying on a chord for a whole measure. Maybe instead of down, down, up, down, up, change, one measure, you're going to go down, down, up, change. So you see, not all music is always just one measure, and I have some practice exercises coming up with those fast kind of 3 hits or 3 strums. Kind of feels like a triplet 3, but it's an 8th note, to get you good at that. And you're going to see that in a lot of songs where it's like down, down, up, change, down, down, up, down, up, change. Okay, so you're going to, that's again going to evolve your playing and introduce a new aspect, which is going to open up another doorway to songs, a whole other category of songs. So you're going to want to try that. That's a fun song. Another really good song that you could try, that might be, you could try Mother by Pink Floyd. That's a cool song. That has the F chord in it, G to C and F. There's a D in there too. Has a real nice kind of strum pattern. Tangled Up in Blue, Bob Dylan. That has like the basic open position chords, but he plays with more like a 16th note feel. Again, we'll be discussing that in lessons to come, but that's a good song. But you could play it slower, you know, put your own spin on it. I'm just giving you some song examples with, you know, pretty much that most have the chords in it that you know up until this point in your guitar journey. Heart of Gold, Neil Young. That's kind of cool. He kind of builds tension with that E minor chord. So what he's doing there, you know, you kind of all downstrokes to kind of build it up, and that's called a build, where you're staying on the chord, maybe hitting 3 of the notes, then 4, then 5, then 6, and then I'm digging in harder. That's called dynamics, where you play soft, louder, louder, louder. That's called dynamics in music, very important. But those chords in that song are pretty basic, and you could be playing that today. So that's a good one. Another good song that in fact we have for sale as a song DVD, but you could learn Have You Ever Seen the Rain by CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. That just has a few chords in it. There is the F chord in it, and if you really want to jazz that song up, we'll teach you how to strum, how to do the chucking technique with open chords and bar chords. Now those are lessons that are coming up later on in your guitar journey in this beginner section, but it's a song that you could still play with a basic 8th note. Like all these songs, pretty much strum 1 or strum 2 for now, just to get you changing, get you practicing those changes. But CCR, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Real nice song. And then a little harder song, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, try Mr. Jones by Counting Crows. Now, most of those songs you're familiar with, most of those chords in the song you'll be familiar with: A minor, F, D minor, G, and C. But it goes A minor to F. So that change, A minor to F, might take you a little bit to get down. So you got to practice that one back and forth, right? And then from the F, you got to get to that D minor. So again, you're going to have to go, that might take you a while, and just work on those mechanics, back and forth, and that will really get you in shape to pull that change off. So that's a little bit more complex because those changes are harder. You know, as you know, some chord changes are easier, some are medium, some are hard. So push yourself and try that and write that down in your practice log. A minor to F. Okay, I'm going to practice that till I get that down. F to D minor. Then put it together. A minor to F to D minor. Okay, see how this works here? We're building. Alright, so there's another group of songs that you can mess around with and use as vehicles. Okay, remember, keep at it. 10 minutes a day. Just keep putting that guitar in your hands. Leave your guitar out, and whenever you can, grab it, practice those changes. Get that muscle memory going. Remember, with your songs, don't try to play full blast right on with the CD. Like with Mr. Jones, you'll never do it at first. It's fast. You're going to have to play it slow and build it up. Remember, slow and in time is so much better than fast and sloppy. And I know some of these changes seem like you're climbing a mountain, but you can do it. You'll get it. And just remember, every guitar player who's ever picked up the guitar has gone through exactly what you're going through right now with these changes. Nobody walks up to a guitar and can play an A minor to F chord change. No one. All right, so you'll get through it and it'll get easier and easier. Stick with it. You're doing great. You email us any questions and you rock on.